afternoon. Good afternoon, everybody. It's 12:38 p.m. already here in the Philippines. To all those who are abroad, to all our OFW kababayans watching us today, good afternoon, good afternoon. Oh my God! I'm so happy to be back. Last night I was supposed to do this live, but unfortunately I was just so busy because um, we have a lot of things to do. At nabigyan po tayo ng pagkakataon to actually cover our my very own city, my hometown, Bacolod City. That's why I'm flying to Bacolod sa darating na Tuesday, and I will be with Mother Pebbles and my partner, si Mike Cervera. Ang dami na namang mga high blood sa amin. Hello, Sir Aaron Paul Habacon, Maria Jovi Regaspi. Watching from the city of Calamba, si Sir Aaron. Si Madam Maria Jovi naman ay watching from Riyadh. Hello, welcome to my live. And before we begin, of course, as I've mentioned, I was supposed to go live last night kaso lang, sobrang dami kong kailangang habulin. I was so caught up with so many things because we are scheduled to go home to Bacolod to feature the Mascara Festival. And together with me will be Mother Pebbles Talacara and of course my partner Mike Cervera. We will be flying out on Tuesday kaya medyo ang dami talaga namin kailangang i-squeeze in the little time that we have left to prepare to cover, of course, Mascara Festival. Mascara Festival is the biggest festival in my hometown because I'm from Bacolod. I'm a proud Ilonggo. So it's the biggest festival every year. It happens every October. And I'm just so excited kasi mag-e-enjoy talaga. I'm sure mag-e-enjoy talaga kami doon. At I'm sure marami na namang ma-high blood sa amin dahil magkakasama na naman kami. Diba? Ang dami na high blood lagi. Diba? Ang dami na high blood lagi. Hindi na lang maging masaya na nakakagala kami or punta kami sa mga festivals na yun. Actually, we have been doing this kami ni Mother Pebble since 2022. So 2022, 2023, and now 2024. The only difference is now, kasama namin si partner Mike Cervera, inaya namin siya. Mariel Concha, I'm good. How are you? Thank you for asking. I hope you're doing well. So today, again, I know a lot of you have been very sick and tired of this issue already. But I decided today to talk about it for the last time. Hopefully for the last time at hindi na naman magpa-presscon si BP Inday ng kagaya ng pa-presscon niya yesterday na nagulantang ang buong social media world with all her statements, with her accusations, and with all the tirades that she threw against our good President Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos Jr. So I really hope and pray that it would be the last. I think she's doing another presscon by November after the House resumes its session, and nagbabala siya, nagagawa ulit siya ng isang presscon na kagaya to and mas pasabog daw. Which I really do not understand because the presscon that she did, parang hindi naman siya pasabog but more of pambabastos, but more of pagsira sa kanyang imahe bilang vice presidente. Wait lang, nagpalit yung screen ko. Ano ba yan? Ayan. Sorry. Hi, Olive Inuya from Hong Kong. Watching from Hong Kong. G, di mo ba, ano ka ba? Madam G, hindi na yan tinatanong. Wherever I am, we are one. We are one and the same. Ay, charot. We are one and the same. We are fine. So, automatic na yan. Kasama ko na yan si partner. Si baby boy, syempre. Hello, Sisi. Olive Inuya watching from Hong Kong. How's Hong Kong? Kamusta na dyan? Kamusta everybody? Dito ka pa talaga magkakalat sa live ko. I will block you. May blinak ako just now. Parang gano'n na lang kasimple ang buhay. If you do not agree with me and you start to call me names, anong pinagkaiba mo sa sinusuportahan mo, di ba? I never did that. If I do not agree with your opinion, with your ideas, I simply rebut it, di ba? I simply say things to defend my stand also on certain issues, but I will never call you names. Pag yung, hello, pag hindi mo kayang i-rebut ang chismis or ang issue na binabato ko, and you'll just call me names. Diba? It's just, because it's easier, no? You know, Filipinos like us, if sometimes pagtalo na tayo sa argumento at hindi natin kaya ng depensahan ang mga dapat nating depensahan na tao or politiko, alam mo kung anong pinakamadali? Abobo mo, ganun na lang, di ba? We automatically resort to, hoy, bayaran! Bobo ka naman eh. Kaya mo nasasabi, bayaran ka, magkano binayad? Di ba? All those things that we throw at each other every time we don't know how to rebut, di ba? The arguments that is thrown against your patron saint. Your political patron saint. Because it's easier. It does not require so much energy for you to say bobo, for you to say tanga, for you to say bayaran. Sa isang tao that you cannot even, argue with. Di ba? Ano daw, I like the way you support kasi kahit kaalyado mo ay binabatikos mo. Maganda. Of course, my God, ano to? Di ba? Sabi ko nga, we are not blind supporters. My viewers, you are my viewers. We are all not blind supporters. If there is really something wrong in the government, there is really something wrong in the government. We call them out. We call them out, specifically yung mga departments or yung mga secretaries that are problematic, that does not contribute anything to the fulfillment of or to the success of PBBM's programs, di ba? Kasi they're all there. They're all there because they hold a position of trust and confidence. PBBM is very trusting of them to carry out their duties para naman mapaganda ang bayan nating Pilipinas. Everything that we do here, guys, is for the Philippines. The support that we give the administration is for the Philippines. Again, why would we want to fight the government or the administration if they're not doing anything wrong? Sabi nga ni PRRD, di ba, kahit si former President Rodrigo Duterte, Marcos is not doing anything or is not committing any serious mistakes that deserves criticism. And we will always go back to that because that's a sign of respect. Tapos na po, naglipas na ang panahon ni Duterte, ni PRRD. But now, he really knows how to give respect to the new admin. Diba? Respetuhin. Igalang ang mga programa. It might not be entirely the same. PRRD's program must have been for the poor, for the directly having an impact on the lives of our ordinary Filipinos. Whereas kung kay BBM naman is more on economic progress, more on investor relations. Diba? They have different specialties as president. It's not always the same and we cannot expect the same for the next president kung sino man ang magiging next president natin sa 2028. All we can do is support. Lalo na pag may magandang ginagawa, may magandang mga project, may magandang na idudulot ang mga programa o plataforma ng ating presidente ng administrasyon. And also, if there's something wrong, criticize. But you have to criticize objectively. You cannot criticize our government in a way na parang sasabihin mo na lang, magnanakaw, kurat, o diba, bangag, adik, diba? You cannot do that. That's not criticism. Nobody will understand you and it may be fun right now, but in the long run, nobody will even remember what you said or nobody will even remember what you really want to happen or what you really want to point out na mali. Because you're not calling out the wrong. You're simply throwing words to insult them na feeling mo naman makakatulong yon para makita mo or mangyari ang gusto mong mangyari, di ba? Di ba, Miss Yoli Vinuya? I respect, yes, hindi sana. Alam nyo, galing ako sa Duterte, it's not so easy to let go also of my support for VP Inday because there are a lot of things that I really look forward to, lalo na po when we supported the unity team, the Marcos Duterte tandem. But that presscon kasi yesterday, it just broke my heart. Sobrang it just broke my heart. And my friends who are, of course, Duterte supporters, every time I read their posts, I know how hard it is for them as well to defend VP Inday sa lahat ng mga statements niya. They were shocked. Gulat na gulat sila sa presscon na yon. They weren't informed about it. They don't know what Inday will say in that presscon. And I just find it so difficult looking at them, looking at their pages, knowing that no matter how they make or how they twist stories out of it just to defend VP Inday, you would really see how difficult it is for them, how they struggle to defend the statements of VP Inday yesterday. And again, this is what I'm saying. If there is something wrong, they could have called out VP Inday. They could have said, sorry po, mali po ang sinabi ni VP Inday. This shouldn't have been the case. This should not have been her statement na ipapalibing, baka na misconstrue lang, or maybe it was taken in a very, in not a very light way. Maybe too much seriousness was put into it by some people. But you know what? No one ever came up and said that online on their pages. They were just defending her. They were just making fun of her statements, like it's nothing serious, like it's nothing to be taken seriously by the Marcoses, yung paghukay ng kanyang labi ng kanilang ama. And all those things, makikita mo talaga, ay hirap na hirap sila mag-defend. Nakakaloka. Hirap na hirap sila. Hirap. Kitang-kita ko. I know the capacity of their brains. I know that a lot of supporters of the Dutertes are brilliant. They have brilliant minds. Pero yesterday, nahirapan talaga sila mag-defend. Diba? Sabi nga ni Miss G. Paner, Madam, ang POV ko sa press niya is parang defense mechanism na lang niya regarding sa mga hinis kasi parang wala na siyang lulusutan doon. Well, probably, that's the one thing. Again, sabi niya nga, if you throw bullshits at me, I will throw bullshits back at you. But the thing is, the bullshits that she is saying that the administration is throwing against her is documented. Diba? It's documented. Oh. Diba? Yung bullshits na binabato sa kanya, according to her, ng administration, unfortunately, it's documented. But, the bullshits that she is throwing to the administration, yung mga patutsada niya yesterday, it's not documented. There's no proof. It's only a story of her personal experience and nothing more than that. And usually a story of personal experience when you are in public office or when you are holding public office or when you are a public servant, it does not hold water. It does not. Diba? Tampo mo yan eh. Kwento mo yan eh. Nobody can relate sa mga kwento mo, sa tampo mo. People might empathize. They will try to empathize, but they will never remember that story in the long run. What they will remember is you not answering the questions thrown at you. Asking you to explain how you spent the confidential funds. Diba? Sabi this Fluker News, thank you for supporting our government. Good health and safety para sa iyo. Aja, awitin mo pala shoutout po. First time sa live. Thank you, this Fluker. Thank you so much. Good morning, Dansky09. Let's just wait for others to come in so that we can start watching the video. The news. I'm sharing with you the news. So everything that we are sharing here, everything that we are talking about in this live, I will make sure that I will also provide you with a credible source of information. Like, for example, our news or written articles. And we will be very objective about this. We will not call Inday Sara Pusit. We will not call her Balyo. We will not call her any names. We will just simply discuss her attitude towards everything that is happening right now. I know she's also distressed by all the attacks, the tirades against her, by all the investigations being done. But this is part of, this is how a democracy works. Diba? This is how democracy works. Ganito po talaga siya eh. We are always open to discuss issues concerning our government, our funds, of course, taxpayers' money, and discuss also issues about how it was spent, because at the end of the day, that is sacred. Taxpayers' money is sacred. Diba? That is the money of the people. And hindi pwedeng gastusin lang yan ng gastusin without actually proving that it was spent for something that would help the Filipinos. Kasi sa kanila yan deserve nila yan deserve natin na yung perang yun itulong pabalik sa atin to help us, to help our country, to help our nation grow and prosper. Because in that way also, masisigurado natin ay they're doing their jobs. Ginagawa nila yung trabaho nila, walang nakakalusot. Kahit si Sara Duterte ka pa, kahit si Bongbong Marcos ka pa, walang nakakalusot. Every time Congress will do their investigation on how you spent the money that was entrusted to your office. Kagaya nga ng confidential funds entrusted to her. So I don't see really anything wrong with that. At lalong-lalo na ngayon, because diba, I was very pa at first. If you remember, I've always been saying it's confidential funds. So there are memorandum circulars guiding it, mga rules and procedures on how it should be treated because it's confidential intelligence funds. It is a national security risk pag nabulatlat. But unfortunately, mutan academic na yun because Congress, binulatlat na nila. During the hearing, nilabas na nila yung some line items on how it was spent and where it was spent. So wala na po tayong pag-uusapan doon about that kasi binulatlat na nga nila. So I don't think that confidential is that confidential anymore. And if it will pose a national security risk or a national security threat, I hope they're also as fast to arrest that kung gaano din sila kabilis magbulatlat ng confidential fund on national television for public consumption because it shouldn't have been treated that way in the first place. But then, nangyari na nga, nabulatlat na, so people are asking questions and of course, people have seen what are those items in the confidential funds are and dahan-dahan, iniisa-isa talaga doon, sinusuri. And now, I think Sara is already, or VP Sara is already in the position to answer directly as well at wala na siyang ma-violate kasi nga binulatlat na ng Congress, hindi naman siya nagbulatlat. So she can she already has the opportunity to actually face Congress, to face the Quadcom, to face the investigation and answer their queries. Kasi nandiyan na wala na siyang hindi na siya confidential. 'Di ba? You're welcome, Nikki Guevara. Wait lang, Ron Swanson, watching from Tarlac. Hello. Hello, Miss Lucy Fernandez from Hong Kong. Mag-shoutout muna ako. Music, DJ Melvin, good afternoon. Good afternoon, everybody. Charot. Good afternoon po sa lahat. Sorry, minsan I talk too much. I talk too fast that I forget to read the comments. Pagpasensya nyo na if I miss some of your comments, ha? Diba? Okay, so going back, so yun nga, my point is, nabulatlat na siya, it's an opportunity now for VP Sara, if there is really something, if the confidential funds were used to uncover all the bullshits that is happening that would be detrimental to the programs of the administration and to the, of course, to the success of our country, to the success of our nation, then doon yun na isiwalat. If there are really bullshits, then you have to prove it through your confidential fund spending. Kasi nandun yung totoong bullshit. Diba? You were given that confidential fund so that you can address the bullshits of this nation. The bullshits of several groups wanting to destabilize our government, like the insurgents or yung mga rebelde. Diba? If you have that power, that confidential fund, yun yung pera mo sana to uncover all the bullshits. So now, if you really uncovered some bullshits with that 125 million pesos in 11 days, yun na, sagutin mo na sa Congress. Face the committee, sorry, hindi pala yun Quadcom, but face the committee, face the investigation, and answer all line items being asked of you. Total, kung ako naman si VP Inday, ginusto nyo naman yan, di go, sagutin ko yan lahat kung ano yan. Kasi wala naman akong ninakaw dyan, wala naman akong dyan. Wala naman akong binulsa dyan. So, sasagutin ko yan per line item. Go. O, diba? Papatunayan ko sa inyo. Wala akong mali. Wala akong ano dyan, ginastos or binulsa dyan. Those are all legitimate expenses in my goal to uncover all the bullshits that is happening that could possibly destabilize our government and put our nation at risk. O, di ba? O, sagutin ko, go. Binulatlat nyo na din naman. It should be confidential. Eh, binuksan nyo na din naman na yan at pinakita sa publiko. O, magsagutan tayo. Di ba pwede yung ganun? Hindi yung magpapapresscon ka and you say things that are so, ang weird. Saan ka nang galing, Day? Diba? Good afternoon, Ruby Daily's Life. Ayan, Committee on Good Governance and Public Accountability pala yun. Hindi Quadcom. Sorry, yung Quadcom pala doon yung kinabato. Kinabato at bunggo ba? Sa Pugo ba? Tsaka sa EGK ba? Hi, Jane Wanson. Sorry, nalilito na ako. Alam niyo, ang gulo-gulo ng politika ngayon ng bansa natin. Diba? Sobrang gulo ng politika ngayon ng bansa natin. And it's just so sad to see that we are divided. We are a divided nation. Ang lungkot-lungkot because the unity team that we all supported in 2022, nasira na. Wala na. Diba? Thank you, Miss Yoli. So anyway, yun nga lang yung point ko. Sagutin niya na, total binulat-lat na din naman na yung confidential funds. Nandyan na din naman na, binuksan na. Oh, panahon mo na para magpabida inday na parang, legit yan. Legit yan. Safe house rental, 11 days, 16 million. That's legit. Kasi yung safe house ko, may chopper, may helipad. Charot. I don't know, I don't know. Pero, safe house na 11 days, 16 million. Air condition. Anong safe house yan? May siya. May missile. Charot. Hindi ko alam. I don't know. Because you're not answering. The way she responded, si VP Sara, the way she responded was through a presscon. At yun yung sinasabi nilang squid tactics. Kaya sinasabing pusit. Sige, define natin yung squid tactics. So, ang squid tactics, okay, this is an article by Greg Macabenta of Business World. So, this was written somewhere around 2018. So, yung squid tactics, actually, di ba, accidental lang doon yung pagiging pusit ni Inday Sara. Di ba? Parang accidental lang siya nabanggit doon eh. So, it stuck already as a term that is used against her. But I won't use it against her. I won't use the word pusit sa kanya because we don't do that here. But then there is such thing as squid tactics dito sa atin, sa politika natin. So, it is understood as squid tactics. It's apparently being used to model public perception of culprit and victim, accuser and accused, right and wrong. Gets? So, it's used to model public perception of culprit and victim, accuser and accused, right and wrong. So parang guys, gaslighting in short, but of course in politics, squid tactics, of course it refers to that. Yung ayaw mong direktahing sagutin ang issue, you simply say things like this, you do a press con like that, because you don't want the issue of the confidential funds to be talked about, to be discussed. And you make it appear like you're the victim and you're not actually the accused. Instead of being the accused, you become the accuser. Diba? You were accused of spending the confidential funds not in the right manner or not in the right way that it's meant to be. There's also an allegation that you corrupted it. So allegedly, you corrupted also the confidential funds. But instead of actually grabbing the bull by the horn, you instead decided na magmukhang ikaw yung accuser. Instead of being the accused, because of that issue, nag-switch places ka, ang bilis. You became the accuser. Now you accuse the administration of all the bullshits that you mentioned in your press con yesterday. Diba? Instead of you being the suspect, ngayon victim ka. Ikaw na victim, di ba? why can't we just simply answer the questions of Congress? Diba? Bakit? Bakit pa kailangan gamitan ng squid tactics or ng gaslighting ang mga bagay-bagay na ang dali-dali lang naman sanang sagutin? If it was really used legitimately, if the funds were really used for the purpose, the original purpose it has been given, if the funds were used in accordance with the law, in accordance with the guidelines on how you use and spend the confidential and intelligence fund, I don't see any issue. Kung matapang ka to do this press con and say things like that yesterday, I think you should be braver to actually sit down there, face the committee, and answer all their questions. Kasi kahit paikot-ikotin ka ng committee, as you say, like, pinapaikot-ikot ka nila para lang malagay ka sa alanganin, hindi nila magagawa yan if it was really used for the good of the country, yung confidential funds. I don't believe that they can do that. I don't think that they can spin the story of how it was used kung talagang ginamit siya sa tama. Kung talagang ginamit siya sa paraang nakatakda para sa funds na yon. Diba? 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 Okay. Ito na. Pasok. Video. Let's go.
That they again accused of squid tactics for refusing to answer questions about her alleged fund misuse.
Squid tactics. So, accused na naman siya of squid tactics for the alleged misuse of her confidential funds.
Several lawmakers have challenged Duterte to testify under oath instead of ranting against the administration.
Diba? Yan yung sinasabi ko. Diba? Buti pa itong mga lawmakers, I really don't like all of them. I like some of them, but I don't like all of them. But then they're one in their call for VP Sara to actually answer, diba, their questions instead of accusing the administration baseless accusations and accusations that are based from her personal experience. How can she expect for that to hold water? How can she expect for that to actually pass as something that can be grounds for impeachment? Kung gusto talaga nila ma-impeach si PBBM. Paano yun? Sa Kongreso, harap ka. Kasi nakita ko talaga yung bata. Napahiya. Yung relo kasi, hindi binigay. Tapos tinawanan pa ng dalawa kong katabi. Diba? Paano? Ganun ka sa Ganun yon sa Congress. Pag ka, for example, pinush-through mo ang impeachment case mo against the administration. That's how you really would like to position yourself.
Katrina Domingo has tonight's top story.
Today's session.
House Speaker Ferdinand Martin Romualdez has received bribes. This is what Vice President Sara Duterte said against the House leader in her recent press conference.
Sabi niya, si House Speaker daw naka-receive ng mga bribes. Diba? If there is really some truth to it, kailangan niya ng evidence at kailangan niya ng kaso. She knows that. She's a lawyer. I mean, I'm sure she knows better than I do. I'm not a lawyer. Kesa maganyan-ganyan siya, receive bribes. Nasaan? Nasaan yung proof? Nasaan yung mga witnesses? Diba? Ituloy mo yung kaso. Ituloy. Diba? Let's follow the process. Let's follow the procedure and how you can actually prove that in court. So that meron namang bigat at saysay ang mga pinagsasabi mo in front of everybody, in front of the media.
Which took place a day after House members questioned alleged irregularities in the expenses of the office of the Vice President. Duterte refused to give more details about her allegation, saying that she will call for another press conference in November when the House resumes its session after the All Saints and All Souls Days.
Ang magagawa ko sa bayan, I will call as it comes.
Oh, di ba? Ang magagawa ko sa bayan is I will call bullshit as it comes. And ang tanong, the bigger question is, anong mangyayari sa bayan if you start to call out bullshit as it comes? So ano po yung yung direct impact doon sa bayan? Ha? If that's your way on calling out bullshits, personal statement through personal statements, personal accounts of your experience na ikaw lang din naka-experience, paano? How will that help our nation? How will that help our country? If you call bullshit as it comes, the way you do now, paano? I don't get it. Paano po? How can it help our kababayans? How can it help the hungry Filipinos? Ha? Do you think they really care? Na sobrang pagod sila kakahanap buhay para may maipakain sa pamilya nila? If you start calling out bullshit as they come, the way you do now, the way you do your press cons, how will it help our kababayans? How will you help a struggling father put food in the table so that his family can eat? Diba? That's the only question I have in mind. How can it help us? Diba? How can you help small business owners who's now struggling to make ends meet? Kasi ang hirap ng negosyo ngayon. So if you start calling out bullshits, will customers visit their restaurants? Will customers visit their salons? Will customers visit their barber shops or whatever? Yung tindahan nila, yung small sari-sari store? Will they do that because you're calling out bullshits? Pwede ba yung oy, pare, oy, bro, oy, sis, go tayo dun sa tindahan ni Aling Nena kasi VP Sara called out the bullshits of Congress today. So, we deserve this. Let's go. Or maybe let's eat in a good restaurant because, oh my God, Sara called out bullshits today, so we deserve it. Let's eat. Ganon ba yon? Ganon ba? Hi, Chubby. Ganun ba yung mangyayari niyan if you start calling out bullshit? I'm being very objective. I supported you. I really believe that you will be the next president. But yesterday's press con was it was the last straw that broke the camel's back for me. Grabe. Next.
Yan ang magagawa ko para sa inyo.
ABS-CBN
Yan ang magagawa ko para sa inyo. Yan ang magagawa ko para sa inyo. Kaya naman si Cardo lumapit. Habang palapit si Cardo, naramdaman ko ang init ng kanyang katawan. Bullshit ang sabi ko. Cardo, bakit ang sarap-sarap mo? Ganun ba yun? Ganun ba yan? That's how we do it? Ganon. You can do it that way na. Tama. Parang drama-rama sa hapon sa radyo. Ganyan ang magagawa ko para sa inyo. Dahil mahal ko kayo, mga apo. Ang tanging maipapamana ko lang. Charot. Ay, Lord. Partner! What I can do for you, partner, is call out bullshit as it comes. Yan ang magagawa ko para sa inyo. Kaya mo yun, partner. Hindi mo kaya yun. Ako lang may kaya niyan.
News sought Romualdez' comment, but he has yet to respond. Meantime, other House leaders called out Duterte's diversionary tactic amid ongoing investigations against her office's expenditures.
So, diversionary tactics. And of course, the lawmakers cannot help but think about this. Of course, kasi ito na yung naging, kumbaga nakasanayan na during the Duterte admin, FPRRD's admin, if there is a big issue that is about to happen or that is about to, to come out publicly, ang ginagawa nun, if you haven't realized yet, gagawa ng eksena si Mocha. 'Di ba? Gagawa ng eksena si Mocha na magte-trending. Or gagawa ng eksena yung ibang mga artista nilang kaalyado na magte-trending. So ang tunay na issue, the bigger issue that should have been the focus of the nation, natabunan. Diba? Na-divert siya into that walang kwentang issue na pagsayaw-sayaw ni Mocha ng pepe-pepe-federalismo or something else na mga nag-trending dati. Mas natabunan niya yung totoong issue dapat na sumabog. Because we Filipinos, we don't know how to focus. We don't know how to focus on the real issues that concerns our country. This is our biggest problem. Uto-uto po tayo. Whether you like it or not, totoo po yun. Kung hindi ka man uto-uto, kada isang Pilipino na hindi uto-uto, may 10 uto-utong Pilipino na naniniwala or mas nagsasubscribe dun sa mga trending. This is the reality that we have to face, and this is not bullshit coming from me. This is our reality. That's why we have to change it. In ways we can. Dahan-dahan. Diba? At least we can contribute something sa bansa natin that would help better the way we understand things, that the way we perceive things. Diba? The way that we understand issues. Hindi yung nakafocus nga tayo, tapos may mag-trending dito na for very viral video. Doon na yung focus natin. Nakalimutan na natin to. Diba? That's diversionary tactics. And they've been using this, they've been employing this since pa the time of PRRD, kahit nga kay Noynoy, retarded Aquino, ginagawa na nila tong diversionary tactics. Diba? So, ayun. Next.
Itong tell-all na ginagawa niya ng interview, theatrics ito, not really to answer yung allegation sa kanya para ipaliwanag talaga sa taong bayan yung transparency baga na saan talaga napunta yon. It is a desperate attempt niya to save face siguro para i-deflect yung mga issues. Kailangan
This is a desperate attempt to save face. Kasi nga, nabulat-lat. Nabulat-lat na ang issue eh. I mean, nabulat-lat na yung confidential funds. Nabulat-lat na yung line items doon. How it was spent, where it was spent, how much was spent. Diba? Nakita na dun eh. So ngayon, I think, more than anything, kinakabahan na siya. How can she defend this? Kasi kung hindi naman siya kinakabahan, if she's so confident of the confidential fund that she was given, eh di sana umarap na siya doon. And sinagot niya na yung mga katanungan. Sige, given. Okay, pag humarap naman ako dyan, ano lang yan eh, ipapahamak lang ako, mas lalo akong ililibing, ibabaon ng mga kongresista yan kasi galit naman yan sa akin. Given na ganun yung thinking niya. Ay, alam ko naman yan kung saan yan patungo. Naghahanap sila ng impeachment case against me. Yun naman pala eh. Di tulungan mo silang maghanap. Kasi kung kunwari, ako yung may hawak ng confidential fund at talagang alam kong ginamit ko sa tama na wala namang issue or wala namang problema, go, tulungan ko po kayo maghanap. Ali po kayo. Gusto niyo po ako ma-impeach? Go po, tulungan ko po kayo maghanap ng kaso dyan sa confidential fund. Para po hindi na kayo mahirapan maghanap. Ako na po. I'll help you. Go, attack. Diba? Ganun naman yan eh. If there's no issue, if it was used the way it's supposed to be used, she should be brave enough. She should be as brave as she was in her press con. Kung talaga matapang siya, kagaya ng perception ng mga Duterte vloggers sa kanya na matapang during her press con, she could also, I think she could also be brave sa pagharap doon sa mga kongresista doing the investigation sa kanyang confidential funds. Diba? There should be balance. I think you should, wag mong i-misplace yung katapangan mo. If you're brave, be brave enough also to face the investigation because you're answerable to the Filipino people. Diba? Sabi mo naman yan eh, kung may kailangan kang sagutin sa Pilipino, gagawin mo, sasagutin mo kaming diretso. Now, sagutin mo kami. I challenge you to answer us directly. Now that we see the inside or the details of the confidential fund. I think it's about time you explain. I think it's about time you tell us. Diba? For example, bakit po ang renta sa safe house is 16 million for 11 days? Ano po bang safe house yon? So, diba? Simple questions like that. Diba? Diba? It's as simple as that. So the Vice President's law in the case of confidential is already pending before the Supreme Court. So may rule po sa Supreme Court na sub judice rule. But then, may ganun nga, but then, again, it's already being discussed po sa Congress. Binuksan na. Binuksan na siya. So pwede nyo namang sagutin, okay, face the Congress, and then ask permission from the courts. Kasi kailangan mo mag-ask permission from the courts. Baka pwede naman. Is there any way for you to ask permission from the courts? O, kung pag in-invite ka ng Congress and you say, I cannot discuss that po because it's pending in court. Eh di, at least, humarap ka. Di ba? I mean, so I cannot, because it's pending in court, at least humarap ka sa Congress. Hindi kayo nagpa-presscon lang na hindi mo din sinagot yung investigation about the confidential funds. Yun lang naman yun, common courtesy. Di ba? Go there and say, I want to answer your questions, but I apologize, I cannot, because that is a pending case in the Supreme Court. So let's just wait for that. O, di tapos. Kung hindi pwede, Jalali, edi hindi. Sabihin niya, harapin niya doon. Hindi po pwede akong magsalita because the case is pending po sa Supreme Court. Tama? Harapin niya na lang. O kung hindi naman pwedeng i-discuss kasi pending nga sa Supreme Court, wala naman tayong magagawa. Kasi nga, nasa Supreme Court yung kaso, then you face Congress and be, courteous enough. Huwag yung maging bitchesa pa. Yun lang naman yun. Di siya haharap kasi president na si Sara sa impyerno, sabi niya sa presscon. Diba? Diba? Maganda to. Sinabi ni Jalalin. For those who don't understand, may pending case sa Supreme Court pala for the confidential fund. So, kailangan i-observe yung rule. Diba? So, if that would be the case, edi kung pinatawag siya ulit, harapin niya na lang. Harapin niya. Pending. Ulit-ulitin niya, pending. Pending sa Supreme Court. Hindi ko sasagutin. Hindi ko masasagot. Pending sa Supreme Court. But then, that does not also give her the excuse to do a press con and say things like that, Jalali. Diba? That's naman our point right now. Diba? If she was brave enough to actually do a press con and say things like that, baseless accusations against the administration, then she should also be brave enough to face Congress. Yung nag-iimbestiga, yung Committee ng Good Governance and Accountability. Diba?
Po talagang sagutin yun ng diretso sa atin. The public, the people, has the right to know.
Brosas adds the vice president is copying the playbook of her father, former President Rodrigo Duterte.
Parang ginagaya niya si Duterte before, yung tatay niya, na keeps throwing mga kung ano-anong sinasabi. He's ranting always.
Other lawmakers challenged Duterte to appear before congressional investigations under oath and explain why the OVP disbursed some 15 million pesos for the projects of the Armed Forces of the Philippines. House Deputy Majority Leader Jude Asidre says Duterte needs to clarify how she used the OVP's confidential funds and why a chunk of this seems to have been used for the military's Youth Leadership Summit. For House Assistant Majority Leader Paulo Ortega, Duterte should also explain why the OVP spent 16 million pesos to rent 34 safe houses for 11 days.
Ayun, 34 safe houses for 11 days for 16 million. Compute nga natin. Tulungan nyo nga ako mag-compute. So, 34 safe houses for 16 million divided by 34. So, 470,000, kumbaga, ang kakalabasan per safe house for 11 days. So if you divide this by 11 days, so ang 34 na safe house nagkakahalaga ng 42,780 per day. Tama? So mga parang around 43,000, round off na natin. 43,000 pesos per day. 11 days siya. So ang isang safe house for 11 days is 473,000. Tama. Ba't ganun kamahal? Anong safe house to, Day? Hindi, ano safe house to? Hi, Miss Tay Flores. Oh, 45K a day. Hindi ko sure kung anong safe house to. Diba? What kind of safe house is this? VP Inday. Wait lang, let me check. Okay. Ang mahal, di ba, Miss Agnes? Sobrang mahal ng safe house. Nakakaloka. 45,000 per day. So, 11 days. Okay. So, anong safe house yun? Mansion ba yung safe house na nirenta? I don't know. That's also the question in my head right now. What can you possibly rent as a safe house for 45,000 pesos sa loob ng 11 days? So, 45,000 per day siya. Eh, magkano lang naman yung mga bahay sa Airbnb, di ba? Safe din naman yun. Charot. Magkano lang mga bahay sa Airbnb? Di ba? Di ba? Di ba? Paano nangyari to? Okay.
Some House members challenged Duterte to prove that she is a leader by providing solutions instead of sowing division in government.
True. I think I would have to agree on this. Diba? She should be a leader. Ulitin natin.
Houses for 11 days. Some House members challenged Duterte to prove that she is a leader by providing
Diba? She has to prove right now, at this very crucial moment, that she is a leader.
solutions instead of
Providing solutions instead of sowing division amongst in the government, 'di ba? 'Di ba? Dapat ikaw yung leader na laging may solusyon. Kung nakikita mo yung sinasabi mong bullshit sa gobyerno, dapat may solusyon ka. You should be doing something to find a solution to that problem. And do not be part of the problem. 'Di ba? Napakaano niyan, it sounds so cliche. Be part of the solution, do not be part of the problem. I think as a lawyer, VP Sara is already smart enough to know this without people reminding her. Now, the problem of our country is very big. And now, you're becoming part of the problem. Why don't you become part of the solution? Again, if what you claim is true, if there is really problem, if there is really bullshits in government and you want to call them out, then I guess provide a solution, a proper way to call them out, a proper way to expose their corrupt practices, a proper way to expose their power tripping, di ba? Proper way to expose their alleged harassment sa iba't ibang sangay ng gobyerno, sa iba't ibang lokal na opisyal. Instead of doing a press con and talking about PBBM's watch na hindi niya binigay sa kadete, or yung pagpapahiram sa'yo ng presidential chopper na hindi natuloy kasi kailangan mo makauwi sa Davao sa mga anak mo every day, so kailangan mo magamit ang presidential chopper pa uwi. Diba? Instead of saying that, which I guess backfired greatly sa'yo, why don't you just, call out bullshit in properly, kumbaga in a proper manner. Diba? In a proper forum. 'Di ba? Ba't hindi natin dalhin siya doon? sa tamang lugar kung saan siya pwedeng isiwalat. 'Di ba?
Sowing division in government. For political analyst Michael Henry Yusinko, amid all the political noise, one thing is clear.
Nagsinungaling sila kasi nung kampanya and even yung mga first days nung administration, 'di ba? Ang bukang bibig nila is unity.
Ah. And this is how I think I mean I don't know if you agree with me. We feel betrayed, no? Parang tayo yung ano, I really feel that I was betrayed because I really supported the unity. Sobrang tumaas yung mga pangarap ko noon para sa bansa eh. Sobrang tumaas din yung pangarap ko noon para sa mga pangarap ko as a Filipino. Kasi sabi ko, shit, Marcos Duterte yung nanalo. Hindi na magiging mahirap ang life. Hindi na mahihirapan yung mga tinderang sobrang nagtatrabaho day and night para maitawid ang pangangailangan nila sa araw-araw. Hindi na mahihirapan yung mga manginginom dyan, na wala namang trabaho, nakatambay lang. Kasi magiging madali na yung pera at oportunidad for them. Baka hindi na nga sila mag-inom kasi magkakaroon sila ng work, ng opportunity. Diba? Diba? So that was this very sentiment that we had. That is the very, kumbaga, that was our expectations when they ran as unity team noong 2022. And now nakakalungkot yung may ganito. Nakakalungkot, sobra. I'm not enjoying this. As a matter of fact, hindi ako nag-enjoy calling out VP Sara. But I think she needs to be called out because it's not also proper. That's not so vice president of her. Yung presscon yesterday, hindi siya very pang vice president na move.
Ang sagot sa mga problema ng bayan natin. Hindi naman pala totoo yun, ano? Kasi ang batayan pala ng unity team na sinasabi nila is transactional politics, no? Yung
Transactional politics. Gamitan in short. Transactional politics, gamitan. Diba? And that's the case in our country most of the time. Magugulat ka, magkakaaway ngayon, tapos next election, sila yung magkaalyado, sila yung magkakampi, magkakaaway ngayon, pero sa susunod, okay na sila. Transactional talaga. Transactional yung politika dito sa bansa. And that is the sad part about this country. Kasi we have politicians like them because the country also has people like us. Diba? Diba? May mga ganyang politiko kasi ang bansa natin may mga tao ding kagaya ng nating mga Pilipino who can easily be swayed, who can easily be deceived, who can easily be, coerced. That's how big our problem is as a nation, mga kapatid. And the issue between PBBM and Sara Duterte, napakababaw lang nito yung away nila, yung tampuan nila. Sobrang babaw lang nito sa totoong issue na kinakaharap natin. And if we want our government to change, we should also change the way we demand from our government. The way we expect from our government. Our standards for good public service should also change. Diba? Hindi yung papatol tayo sa bawat chismis, hindi yung papatol tayo sa bawat... And that is what VP Inday is doing. Kasi alam niya, tayong mga Pilipino, a lot of us will still empathize sa ganong kwento. Sa ganong klaseng narrative. Na binigyan ng relo, pinagtawanan. Yung, during kampanya, may nag-abot ng sulat. Ang hingi lang naman ng 5,000 for livelihood. Hindi naman malaking bagay ang 5,000. Ibigay mo na. Ano, diba? Dear Ate Charo, ako po si VP Inday Sara Duterte. Nakasulat ko po itong aking kwento para ibahagi po sa lahat ng Pilipino ang naranasan kong kamaldituhan ng ating Pangulo. Hiniram ko po ang presidential chopper para sana makauwi ako sa aking maliliit na mga anak. Ngunit, ang akala ko po na pagkakaibigan ay hindi pala totoo. Kasi ang presidential chopper ay hindi din naman po napahiram. Diba ganon? Ganon diba? Diba? And the thing here is, hindi naman yan sasagutin ni PBBM. Alam naman natin hindi yan sasagot si PBBM. Hindi yan sasagot si House Speaker or probably sasagot but hindi siya mismo. No comment na lang siguro yung mga yan. Why would they comment? Medyo si VP Sara na yung sumisira sa ano niya sa pangalan niya Diba? Si VP Sara na mismo ang gumagawa ng paraan para sumarurot. Diba? Down the drain ang pangalang Duterte. And nga, nagbabala pa siya sa November daw. Pa-presscon ulit siya. Diba? Tapusin na natin tong balita. Beauty! Hello. Dahil Otis matindi. Ang galing-galing kong mag-voice over. Magiging voice over talent nga ako. Gusto ko naging maging voice over talent. Presenting the voice over talent. Diba? Parang ganun. Ladies and gentlemen, in the red corner, VP Sara Inday. VP Inday Sara Duterte. Diba? Ganon! In 3, 2, 1, fight! Ganon.
Meron
Ganda
silang
boses.
agreement, meron silang deal. Hindi pala talaga pagsasama o pagbubuklod na tunay kung hindi yung sarili kong interest, pagbigyan mo ko, tapos pagbibigyan ko yung sarili mong interest, at ito yung batayan ng kanilang pagsasama.
Di ba? Di ba? Interest ko, interest mo, pagbigyan natin ng isa't isa, pag hindi mo ako pagbigyan, gugurgurin kita. Ganon. Ganon ang nangyari. But then you know what? Kaya nilang itag. Kung ganun man, okay, you're not required to be friends, you're not required to be sincere with one another, but at the very least, have the decency to talk about it behind closed doors. Diba? Huwag niyong isiwalat sa publiko. Diba? If feeling mo, ino-operate ka nila, VP Inday, di harapin mo sila, pagmumurahin mo, or isiwalat mo din yung katiwalian nila. At least we see you inside Congress, inside that chamber, diba? In the right place, saying things like that, hindi sa opisina mo magpapapresscon. Kahanapin mo sila. Sabi mo, gago ka, corrupt ka din Alam ko yung project mo dun sa 20 million yung sinigil mo sa gobyerno, pero 2 million lang yung talaga yun. Yung 18 million binulsa mo. Ito dokumento, pruweba ko, na-corrupt ka. Diba? Ang ganda pa ganun. Ang ganda yung nandun lang kayo talaga sa chamber, sa Congress, during investigation, ay maglabasan kayo ng maglabasan kayo ng baho. Fight, 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 and we will just watch. Bibili pa ako ng popcorn. Takero is here, may kababayan. Takero mapuli kami daw maupod si Mike, basi makakadto ka sa Bacolod, kadto ka lang ha. Para magkita ay ta. Miss Elizabeth, thank you. Ano yun? Ibang dati halos makipagpatayan ang ibang Pilipino para sa tandem na ito. Silipan na ngayon ng silipan. Kaya kailan mag-grow ang mindset ng bawat Pilipino? True! Hoy, noong eleksyon, grabe yung bash na natanggap ko Trending ako hindi ko makakalimutan, nag-trending ako ng 5 araw, top 1 pa sa Twitter. Dahil sa hinayupak na eleksyon na yan, kaya ko makipagpatayan kay President Bongbong Marcos at kay Sara Duterte. Kaya this is all personal to me as well because I fought for them. Sobrang pinaglaban ko sila. As in sobra, to the ends of the earth. Ganon ko sila pinaglaban. And now, it's just so disappointing to see my Vice President doing these press cons. Na parang maalaala mo kaya ang Pilipinas, parang isang malaking maalaala mo kaya ang bansa natin. 'Di ba? Hi, Miss Jan and Kaha. Good PM, Yaya Marvel. Wait lang, dami nyo ng comment. Hindi ko nababasa. Madam Peach, si Melo, it's okay. Kaya pa yan maghabol, mga team replay. Okay, next. Tapusin na natin to.
Meantime, the Vice President also hinted she has dirt against First Lady Liza Marcos, which she will divulge in future press conferences. Katrina Domingo, ABS,
Ano daw?
which she...
At ito yung batayan ng kanilang pagsasama.
Meantime, the Vice President also hinted she has dirt against First Lady Liza Marcos.
She has dirt against First Lady Liza Marcos. Na ang First Lady natin, puros inasikaso yung Love for All, yung libreng laboratory niya sa mga mahihirap nating kababayan in far-flung places. Diba? In some provinces that do not have direct access to healthcare. May dirt din siyang itatapon sa kay First Lady, who is not even an elected official. Ba't may naaway pati First Lady? Gusto mo din ma-impeach ang First Lady? Can you impeach a First Lady? She's not a government official. She's not an elected official. Even her position as First Lady. Hindi po yan, Bakit pati si First Lady? I don't know what to say. Good afternoon, Big Salvador Vlogs. Miss Janet, thank you. I don't know. I don't know anymore what to say. You have to choose your battles. And in that way, you'll be able to build trust and confidence among your people. Diba? You bark and bark at the wrong tree, people will find you funny. You will appear like you don't know what you're doing. And that's why hirap na hirap yung mga Duterte vloggers to defend you from your press con yesterday. I mean, they're my friends. Up to this moment, we are friends. Kahit I went back to supporting the administration, I'm still friends with them. Kasi iba naman yung pagkakaibigan namin sa politika. But then, they really find it very difficult. They really found a hard time defending you, VP Inday, because of your press con yesterday. And it seems like the stories are true. Na matigas ang ulo mo, na hindi ka nakikinig, that you only trust a few people, and those people pa ay mga tauhan mo din from the city hall. You're not even open to listening to your father or to heed his advice about politics. That you close your doors to everybody who wants to help you. Nobody has access to you. Maybe that's why ganito ang nangyayari. Baka kasi totoo. Baka kasi totoo ang sinasabi nila na ganun ka kasungit, na ganun ka kabrat. Diba? Very Chris Aquino. Baka ikaw yung totoong Chris Aquino ang peg at hindi ang First Lady. Diba? Si Chris Aquino kasi, ba't ka nabanggit? Kasi talagang maldita yan. Mabait yan na tao, pero yung kamalditahan niyang, alam mong kamalditahan ng mayaman. Alam niyo yon, yung, di ba pag nagsalita siya sa TV, hindi siya maldita per se na talagang masama ang ugali, but maldita in a way na lumaki siyang ganyan mayaman siya But ito si VP Sara, talagang bakang very, iba yung pagkabaldita na to. Not unless lumaki din siyang mayaman, which they say naman na hindi naman sila mayaman as Dutertes, di ba? Di ba? So anyway, tapusin na natin itong live na to. Burning bridges left and right. Let's end this live and let's call it a day because I still have a lot of meetings today happening. Actually, hindi naman meetings. I have work to do. Kailangan ko magsulat. Kailangan kong matapos yung mga kailangan kong matapos na isulat. Because we are flying out. We're going to Bacolod. We will be enjoying Mascara Festival there. I will be with Mike Cervera and Pebbles Talaquera. Diba? At dadamihan namin yung post para kung ma-high blood man ang ibang BBM vloggers dyan, na galit because we came back. Ma-high blood na din yung iba dyan na parang sinto-sinto na hindi maintindihan ang nangyayari or hindi makaintindi man lang at makapagpasa, you know, we're not even asking for na makapagpasalamat, but at least man lang magrespetuhan na lang sa isa't isa. Diba? You do your own thing, we do our thing. Wala tayong galawan, wala tayong issue, hindi naman tayo magkaaway. Thank you so much, everybody. I'll see you later tonight, midnight again for the late night live, and I will make sure na makaka-live talaga tayo. Kasi last night hindi tayo naka-live kasi napuno ako ng meetings. I really do apologize, but I will definitely see you tonight. Thank you so much. Thank you, Mommy Terry. Salamat po to all who interacted with me, sa lahat po ng comment, sa lahat po na nagbigay ng kanilang opinions as well. Thank you so much for the love. Salamat, Mr. Adelintan. See you later, everybody. For our late night live. Don't